How you doing, everybody? My name is Dr. Sami Baya. Please welcome back to my YouTube channel. What makes a narcissist obsessed with you? That's the title of this video. Narcissism is characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance, a deep need for admiration, and a lack of empathy. It can make individuals with this personality trait exhibit highly obsessive behavior, especially in relationships. So understanding what makes a narcissist obsessed with you involves recognizing how their personality traits shape their behavior and interactions with others. So, what makes a narcissist obsessed with you? Number one, the need for admiration. A narcissist's primary driver is the insatiable need for admiration. If they find someone who consistently boosts their ego or provides validation, then they can become fixated on that person. The narcissist sees their admiration as a source of sustenance, much like a drug addict craving their next fix. The more attention, the more praise, the more admiration the narcissist receives, the more they believe they are entitled to it. Now, what makes a narcissist obsessed with you is also mirroring their ideal image. Narcissists often seek people who mirror their idealized image, their idealized self-image. So if you reflect back the qualities they see in themselves, or even enhance their self-image by being obedient, submissive, or agreeable, they may become obsessed with you. You are a reflection of the image they want to project to the world, and this mirroring leads them to believe that you are indispensable in their life. A narcissist feels a compulsive need to control others, and this need often leads them to fixate on individuals who they believe they can dominate or manipulate. So narcissists get obsessed with people they can control and people who can give them power. So if they sense that you are susceptible to their manipulation or that you can maintain power over you, then they may become obsessive in their efforts to control your thoughts, actions, and decisions. The narcissist, what makes them obsessed over you is the challenge of winning you over. Many narcissists enjoy the challenge of conquest. If you resist their advances, challenge their authority, or don't fall for their charm immediately, this creates a psychological challenge that they feel compelled to win. The pursuit becomes less about you as a person and more about proving to themselves and others that they can control or possess you. This makes the narcissist become obsessed, as winning over someone is seen as a victory in their eyes. Now there's also the idealization phase. In the beginning stages of a relationship, narcissists often go through an idealization phase. During this phase, they put the other person on a pedestal, showering them with excessive praise, attention, and love bombing. This intense adoration makes the other person feel special, and the narcissist becomes emotionally invested, as they believe this person is the key to their happiness. As a result, the narcissist develops an obsessive attachment. So the evaluation phase is also something else that makes the narcissist obsessed with you. Narcissists have unrealistic expectations, and once those expectations are inevitably unmet, they shift into the devaluation phase. Here they begin to criticize, to belittle, and to emotionally abuse the person they once adored. But despite the abuse, the narcissist can remain obsessed with their victim, feeling that the person represents an important part of their self-image, and thus they refuse to let go. So, narcissists also rely heavily on what is called narcissistic supply, which refers to any form of attention or validation that feeds the narcissist's ego. So, if you provide them with consistent admiration or attention, then they become dependent on you to maintain their inflated self-image. The more you offer the narcissist, the more you offer them validation, the more obsessed they become, as they need this constant supply to feel good about themselves. The other thing that makes the narcissist obsessed with you is fear of abandonment. Despite their grandiosity, narcissists often harbor a deep fear of abandonment. If they believe you might leave them, they may become obsessed with keeping you close, using tactics such as manipulation, guilt-tripping, or emotional blackmail to prevent you from leaving. Their obsession stems from the anxiety that losing you would threaten their self-worth and sense of importance. Narcissists also believe they are entitled to special treatment. So if they think you owe them something, whether it be your time, affection, or loyalty, then they may feel justified in demanding more of you. Their sense of entitlement leads them to believe that they deserve your undivided attention, and that any refusal to provide it is a personal affront. This perceived slight may lead to obsessive behavior to reclaim control over the situation. A narcissist's lack of empathy means they often fail to understand or care about your feelings, desires, or boundaries, As a result, they may become fixated on what you can provide them, that is attention, admiration, or emotional support, without regard for your own emotional needs. The obsession is based on their selfish desire to get what they want from the relationship without any concern for your well-being. The constant emotional highs and lows that come with being in a relationship with a narcissist can contribute to the obsession with you. The idealization phase gives them intense emotional highs, while the devaluation phase creates tension and drama. A narcissist thrives on this chaos as it reinforces their sense of importance and feeds their emotional needs, keeping them obsessed with maintaining a volatile connection with you. If you criticize or challenge a narcissist, they may feel a sense of narcissistic injury or a blow to their self-esteem. This can trigger intense feelings of rage, and rather than let the situation go, they may fixate on punishing you for hurting them. This obsession stems from their need to restore their damaged self-image and prove to themselves that they are still in control. Now, narcissists may become obsessed with you as they attempt to isolate you from friends, family, or other support networks. The more isolated you are, the more dependent you become on them for validation, attention, and emotional support. So this isolation feeds their sense of control and keeps them at the center of your emotional world, driving the obsessive behavior. In some cases, narcissists objectify others, viewing them as possessions or extensions of themselves. If you are the object of the obsession, they may treat you as something to be owned rather than as an autonomous individual. They may become fixated on possessing you, controlling your actions, and ensuring that you are always available to them. When a narcissist feels ignored, disrespected, or rejected, they can react with narcissistic rage. This intense anger can manifest as obsessive behavior as they try to regain control over the situation. In these moments, they might pursue you aggressively, constantly seeking to reassert their dominance or prove their worth in an effort to restore their self-image. Love bombing is a tactic used by narcissists to establish dominance in a relationship. They shower you with affection, gifts, and promises of a future together in order to get you emotionally invested. The goal is to make you feel special and needed, which leads to a sense of dependence. Once they have secured this emotional investment, they may become obsessed with keeping you under their control. Narcissists often live in a fantasy world where they are the center of attention and admiration. If they view you as someone who validates or enhances this fantasy, they may become fixated on you. You represent an idealized version of the world they want to exist in, and they may obsessively pursue you to keep this illusion intact. If a narcissist sees that someone else might threaten their relationship with you or offer you more attention, they may become intensely obsessive, seeking to eliminate or outdo the competition. Their fear of losing control or being overshadowed feeds into their obsessive desires to keep you close and prevent anyone else from taking your attention away from them. Even after a breakup, narcissists may remain obsessed with their ex-partners. They often refuse to accept the relationship is over, clinging to the idea that they are still entitled to your time and attention. The obsession may manifest in stalking behaviors or attempts to re-enter your life as they cannot let go of their inflated self-image associated with the relationship. Now, narcissists often project their own insecurities and flaws onto others. So if they feel inferior or vulnerable in any way, they may obsess over you as a way to avoid confronting their own deficiencies. They may criticize you for traits that they themselves struggle with, using the obsession as a way to maintain a sense of superiority over you. In some cases, narcissists may use the obsession as a way to manipulate others by portraying themselves as victims. They may fabricate stories or exaggerate their struggles in order to elicit sympathy from you and others. This victim mentality can reinforce the obsessive need to control your emotions and keep you invested in their narrative. Narcissists also often base their self-worth on how they are perceived by others. If they think that you can help elevate their image, they may become obsessed with maintaining a relationship with you to reinforce their status. You are a tool for their self-glorification, and they will go to great lengths to ensure that you remain part of their narrative. If a narcissist fears losing face, such as being publicly rejected or not receiving the attention they believe they deserve, they may become obsessive in trying to regain their status. They will relentlessly pursue you to restore their reputation, often going to extreme lengths to get your approval or loyalty. For some narcissists, the obsession with others stem from unresolved issues in childhood. They may have grown up feeling neglected, ignored, or unresolved or unloved, which creates an ongoing need to seek out attention and validation from others. This deep-seated insecurity can fuel the obsessive behavior, especially when they believe someone can fill that emotional void. Narcissists often struggle with feelings of envy, especially when others receive more attention or accolades than they do. So if you are someone who garners attention or admiration, they may become obsessed with you out of jealousy. The narcissist may fixate on you as a way to diminish your value or to ensure that they can secure your admiration for themselves. Again, to a narcissist, relationships are often seen as transactions. So if you provide them with the admiration, validation, or emotional support they desire, they may become obsessed with keeping you in their orbit. They view the relationship in terms of what they can gain, and the more you give, the more they will want, feeding into the obsessive tendencies. Narcissists often fantasize about finding the perfect partner who will meet all their emotional needs and reflect their idealized version of love. So when they believe they have found someone who fits this image, they may become obsessive in trying to hold on to this illusion, even if it means disregarding reality or engaging in toxic behavior to keep it alive. Narcissists are skilled at manipulating others' perceptions of them and the relationship, so they may become obsessed with you in order to shape how you see them, constantly trying to portray themselves in the best light while downplaying any flaws or negative behaviors. The obsession often includes maintaining control over how you perceive them. So some narcissists thrive on drama and conflict. If they create emotional turmoil or provoke arguments, they feel energized and validated. Obsessing over someone allows them to stir up this drama, feeding their need for narcissistic supply. The chaos becomes an addictive cycle that keeps them engaged in the relationship. Narcissists have a tendency to disregard personal boundaries, seeing them as obstacles to their goals rather than guidelines. So if you allow them to push your boundaries without consequences, they may become obsessed with you as you enable them to continuously fulfill their needs without resistance. This lack of respect for boundaries fuels the obsession. So if you have hurt or rejected a narcissist, the obsession can turn into a desire for revenge. They may become fixated on punishing you for any perceived slight or rejection. And this obsession may continue until they feel they've regained the upper hand. Narcissists often have grandiose delusions about themselves, and the obsessions with others is part of reinforcing these delusions. They believe that their worth is validated by others' admiration and love, and they will do anything necessary to preserve this illusion, including becoming fixated on a particular person. So in some cases, narcissists may view others as possessions rather than individuals. They believe that once they have secured someone, that person is theirs to control and manipulate as they see fit. So this belief can turn into an obsessive desire to ensure you stay under their influence as they see you as part of their property. Narcissists are often unpredictable in their behavior, swinging between adoration and disdain. Now, this unpredictability can make you feel confused and emotionally invested in figuring them out. The obsession with you is often driven by their emotional instability, which keeps you hooked in a cycle of confusion. And lastly, narcissists often project their own desires, flaws, and insecurities onto others. The obsession with you may be rooted in their belief that you reflect something they wish they could be or possess. This projection fuels their obsessive thoughts and behaviors as they try to bring this idealized image of themselves into reality by controlling or dominating you. In conclusion, a narcissist's obsession with you is driven by a complex combination of emotional needs, control issues, and a distorted sense of self-worth. Let me repeat that again. A narcissist's obsession with you is driven by a complex combination of emotional needs, control issues, and a distorted sense of self-worth. The narcissist views relationships as sources of validation and ego boost, and they can become fixated on individuals who help them maintain or enhance their self-image. Whether it is the thrill of the chase, the need for constant admiration, or the desire to control, a narcissist's obsession with someone is rooted in a deeply ingrained need to protect and enhance their fragile sense of self. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so. Please hit that subscribe button. Make sure the notification bell is on That way, every time I upload a new video, you get notified about it. Now, if you like this video, please click that like button, drop a comment, click the share arrow as well. Let everybody that you care about get this information about narcissists and why they'll be obsessed with you. Thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel.